Hi, I'm Dr. Patty, and I wanted to talk to you about three really important ways that you can manage the stress you might be experiencing right now. Because the reality is that what's happening in the US is highly traumatic. Whether you have been watching it on the news, listening on a podcast about what's going on, reading about it, whatever way you're taking in information, there's a lot that's been happening in the past few months, and especially in the last week with what happened with Charlie Kirk. Um, and all of the unfolding based on that, and all of the discussions, all of the chaos that has unfolded. um, Three really important ways to care for yourself right now, because you can't manage that as well as your own trauma and be okay from that, right? It's just too much all at once. So number one, I would highly recommend limiting any overstimulating stimuli. So that could be obviously media where you're hearing really difficult news, but that can also mean taking on tasks that feel like a lot right now. If it's something that you can put off for a while until you're feeling better emotionally, do that. Okay. Also, certain people that might cause you to feel anxious, or who are really taking in a lot of information, and then trying to bring it back to you, or people who demand a lot of emotional support, like those folks, you may need to limit contact with. So that's the first one. Second one, connect with what suits you. That is so important. And I hope that you know what those things are. If not, take some time to explore what they are. Writing, walking. One that I would recommend for each and every one of us is to connect with nature, whether that's gardening, taking a hike, taking a walk outside, getting sun, watching the clouds, watch the grass grow, whatever it is. Just connect with nature, because our nervous system just naturally knows that when you're in nature, you're okay, you're safe. And it it's neurological, it's magical, it's a beautiful thing. And so if you can get into nature whatever way that you can, if you have plants in your home, you want to tend to your plants, you want to prune your plants, do that. It's just a really, really powerful thing. Um, Lastly, focus on what you can control. So there's like outside trauma, right? There's like different circles of community that we're in. It's like community with self, our family, our like town, our state, the larger community of, then what we hear on the news and what's happening all around us, then the world's news, which we fortunately but unfortunately have access to. So we have a lot of overload. But what you can control and still create really big ripples in the world, even though it might not feel like it in the moment, is to do what you can within yourself. Do what you can within your community. Can you support other people? Can you advocate for what you strongly believe in? Do those things. And I just really, really hope that you're able to put these three things into place. You will see a difference if you do this. And I'd love to hear your comments on what really ignites that anchoring for you. That is so very important to do, and to do each and every day. And sometimes I pause and I might do some breath work, some meditation, some like basic massage to like clear up my lymphatic system, whatever it might be, just to ground myself for a few moments, because we are human and we can only take in so much. So let me know how it's going. Again, those three things I would recommend right now to protect yourself from your direct and the outer trauma that is really kicking up right now, is to limit overstimulating information, stimuli, conversations, people. Connect with what suits you, especially nature. And lastly, focus on what you can control, because we can control only so much, but that can be so valuable and create powerful ripples. All right, take good care. Let me know how you're doing, and let me know what's working for you. And if you have any questions, I just feel like my part right now is to share what I know as a psychologist, and as a human being who has experienced trauma and can feel very re-triggered by what's happening in the world. So take good care.